Hello, everyone. I'm Jemana Sophia, the founder of Her Mystery School. And we've just opened for enrollment for fall of 2023. So I wanted to extend my heartfelt invitation to you and take a few minutes here just to give you a little bit of information about what it is and also to clarify some things that have changed. We're going into our 8th year. So there's a lot moving and a lot changing and a lot growing in this school. So if you've been following us and thinking about joining or coming around for a second or third year, this will be important information for you to have for sure. But in general, for all of you, if you want to come around for the first time, and I guess within that I should clarify, Her Mystery School now has 3 years of curriculum. It has the first year of the core curriculum, which is a deep dive into 9 months of deep feminine sensibilities. We move through each month a different realm of deep feminine sacred sensibilities. And what this means to me is this is a treasure house of practical, mystical, internal cultivation, external dynamism. It's a treasure house of kind of what the sacred path of woman is, and so much to support you wherever you are in that. So we are all over the world, and we are all kinds of women. We are hundreds strong. And what we gather around together, regardless of our religion, of our everything or this or that, is we gather around the reality that there is a lineage and a sacred legacy older than time, and it belongs to women. And it is our gift to steward for the world. And it is also something that we need to know and understand well in order to become fully what we were created to be, right? And to take care, to work skillfully, usefully in our lives. Most of the women who come through the school have a degree of sensitivity, they have a degree of attunement to the sacred, they are deeply committed to the well-being of their world, and they have a strong sense of the sacred nature of woman, and both want to deepen in that and just want to be fortified in that. In terms of experience, women are all over the map, right? You can be coming into this as if you know nothing, but we know better, right? You can be a woman who's been on a sacred path for a very long time. We are all deepening together because she and we never stop deepening. That said, we are opening up for enrollment. We are open now. You can go to the website, hermysteryschool.com. There are a few things that have changed. It's a lot, so let me just give you the little bits that I think you would need to know. I think I mentioned that there are 3 years in the school now. There's the core curriculum, first year. Second year moves into more, it's all initiatory, but the second year, Queen's Command, moves into a 9 months of claimings, each month making a different claiming in terms of personal power, in terms of personal agency through deep feminine sensibilities that you've cultivated in the first year. Then finally, the third year, True Nature, is a culminating year in a way. Women in True Nature have been with me for somewhere between 3 to 7 years, and they are essentially choosing a path of self-designed ordination. We are deepening in True Nature. We deepen into what are the specific, skillful means of your instrument as a sacred woman. How were you created to be? And how is it that you can unburden that to be free, to be nourished by your presence and your work and your love in the world, and to deeply understand your vows and your calling. Anyway, that's years 1, 2, and 3. You can come through the school just first year and it's complete, right? Or you can deepen with me for 2 to 3 years, as far as you want to go. It's also important to know that with the school, we go through 9 months together. And what will happen is that you'll have life happening at the same time. So you will have indefinite access to the content, meaning you can always go back and deepen into it. And for a way reduced rate, you can come back around again and again. Once you've gone through the school one time, you can repeat first year, or if you've done second year, etc. You can repeat them as many times as you want within the container. What that looks like, the container, is every week well, in first year, we'll just stay with that. First year, every week you're receiving transmissions, meaning teachings, practices that apply those teachings in your life and in your own internal terrain. We gather together for one call every week, and notably, I'm trying to remember everything, notably this may be and likely is the last year that I am going to be holding the first year as intensively as I have all this time. So I would love to journey this with you. This would be the year to do it. There are things changing like that. Like this may be my last year of really holding the first year curriculum, at least the calls, in the same way. Also, for those of you who've been following this and considering whether or not you want to join, this next year is a transitional year financially for us. As you know, everything is changing, and I'm gonna have to raise the scale a little bit, at least, to cover what's changing, but I don't want to do that until I give you some notice. So this is a transitional year where prices are not going up and things are going to stay the same in honor of just continuity and opportunity for those of you who have wanted to join and haven't yet. What else to tell you? You can check out the website for all the information, and there'll be more emails and newsletters and videos coming out about what it all is and things to know about it. Importantly, early registration for the school this year ends on July 2nd. So we've opened on June 6th. Early registration ends on July 2nd. That early registration window, if you register during that time, you get a free gift, because it helps me to know in advance who's coming and start to prepare for that. So the free gift is an intensive immersion that will be happening in the end of August called None Shall Pass. It's an intensive going deeply into sensibilities around boundaries. So none shall pass. A couple other things that are changing. Mentorships have changed. You can go through the school just with the curriculum, with the transmissions and the audios and the practices and the calls. You can choose to add a 9-month mentorship. We have 2 mentors, Jamila and Dionysia, and you can work with one of them one-on-one if you would like. It's amazing to do. So as you're going through the curriculum, you have monthly one-on-one sessions and deepening connections with a woman who is very versed in the sensibilities of the school. We are also, the mentors this year are also going to be holding 2 6-week intensive group experiences. Jamila will be holding one around the healing arts in the fall, and Dionysia will be holding one in the spring around sexuality and intimacy. So those are some changes, some new things happening. Finally, it's come up many times, it's been on my heart, and I've been approached by some men that I trust very much. So they have been spending the past many months exploring the transmissions and the content of her mystery school. And what they're going to offer, at first we thought maybe they were going to offer a whole program. What we realized is most needed is just a gathering place for the men. But so what they're going to be offering this next year is a men's circle, essentially. A gathering place for the men to be just approaching different topics related to the feminine, to their own lives and their own internal cultivation. And it will all be sourced in, it won't be specifically, they're not necessarily going to be working with teachings from the school, but all what they work with, particularly in regards to the feminine, will be sourced in what her mystery school holds in terms of what we hold here as deep feminine way, deep feminine sensibilities, right? Integrity, authenticity, all those things. So if you're watching this as a video on the YouTube channel, you can go to hermysteryschool.com and get all the information there. If you're watching this as the newsletter, look below, and there are links for you to get information about all of these things. Yeah, there you go. That's, I think, a little bit of the things that you should know, the most important things. I'll check my notes real quick. Yeah, that's it. We're open. I would love to have you. This is going to be a potent year for all of us. as we already know, it is time for us to gather. So whether you come with me and with us, or whether you find it elsewhere, please make sure that you've got your kindred with you. Make sure that you're joining together and you're finding places like this that are going to hold you as a woman who is holding sacred way on behalf of the world, in her way, in your way, right? There are specific and very precious kinds of nourishment, kinds of fortification, understandings, legacies of knowing, legacies that we need. And although they've been interrupted, they haven't gone anywhere. And what we hold together in her mystery school, especially now, we are strong. It's a community. It's a worldwide community of women, and they are beautiful, as are you. They have reverence for each other, and we're walking in sacred way together, which in and of itself is a shelter and a refuge in these times. So if you have any questions, you can reach us at support@hermysteryschool. We are open, and you are welcome. Blessed.